Stop scrolling for a second. The world isn't waiting for the average. It only notices the exceptional. Ask yourself, are you becoming the person people can't ignore, or are you blending into the crowd? Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to rise above mediocrity and make yourself irreplaceable. If you want to become so valuable that the world cannot ignore you, it all begins with the skills you bring to the table. Not just any skills, but rare skills, those abilities that few people possess, those talents that make you stand out immediately when you enter a room. Too many people spend their time learning what everyone else is already learning, chasing the same generic certifications, the same average knowledge, the same skills that thousands of others can offer. If you want to be truly valuable, you have to go against the grain. You have to focus on mastering skills that are scarce and in high demand. Mastering a rare skill does not happen overnight. It requires discipline, dedication, and deliberate practice. It means committing yourself to a level of excellence that most people are unwilling to reach. While others are satisfied with mediocrity, you have to push past comfort, push past failure, and push past the distractions that keep most people stuck at average. This is where the difference between someone who is easily replaced and someone who is indispensable becomes clear. The world cannot ignore a person who has gone deep, who has invested the time and effort to become exceptional at something that solves real problems. The process begins with identifying what skill or combination of skills will set you apart. Look at your field, your industry, or even the broader world, and ask yourself, what do very few people do well? What knowledge or ability would make me irreplaceable? This requires observation, research, and honest self-reflection. Once you have identified the skill, commit to it fully. Don't dabble. Don't settle for surface-level understanding. Become the person others think of first when that skill is needed. Let your mastery be so clear that your presence is noticed without you having to announce it. Deliberate practice is key. It's not enough to go through the motions. You must challenge yourself constantly, push past your current limits, and refine your skill until it becomes second nature. Learn from experts, study their methods, and then innovate upon them. Seek feedback ruthlessly, embrace criticism, and let failure teach you what success requires. Every hour you invest in sharpening your skill compounds over time. While others waste years spinning their wheels, your consistent effort creates a level of competence that is unmatched. Another critical element is versatility combined with depth. Being highly skilled in one area is powerful, but pairing it with complementary abilities magnifies your value exponentially. For example, mastering communication alongside a technical skill allows you to not only execute, but also influence and lead. Mastering leadership alongside a financial skill allows you to multiply impact. Think in terms of combinations that make your skill set rare and your value unique. The more ways you can solve problems that others cannot, the more indispensable you become. Finally, remember that mastering rare skills also builds confidence, and confidence is magnetic. People are naturally drawn to those who know their craft, those who demonstrate competence and clarity in their abilities. Confidence opens doors, creates opportunities, and amplifies the recognition you receive. When you become exceptional at something scarce, the world starts to notice without you having to chase attention. You become someone people seek out, rely on, and respect. This is the path to becoming truly valuable. It is not about luck, privilege, or connections alone. It is about deliberate action, focus, and the unwavering commitment to mastering something that few others can do. The more you invest in rare skills, the more you secure a position that cannot be ignored, a level of influence and opportunity that sets you apart from the crowd. Being busy is not the same as being valuable. Many people confuse effort with impact, thinking that long hours and constant activity automatically translate into success or recognition. The truth is, the world doesn't reward how hard you work. It rewards what you produce, the results you create, and the problems you solve. If you want to become so valuable that the world cannot ignore you, you must shift your focus from simply putting in effort to consistently delivering results that matter. Results are tangible. They are measurable. They are what others see, experience, and benefit from. You can spend 8 hours a day sending emails, attending meetings, and doing tasks that make you feel productive. But if no meaningful outcome is achieved, your effort is wasted. Value is not defined by how busy you appear. It is defined by the impact you create. People and organizations will seek out those who get things done, solve problems efficiently, and produce outcomes that others cannot. To deliver results, you must first understand what truly matters. It's not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things. Identify the key problems, the challenges, and the opportunities that, when addressed, create the greatest impact. Focus your energy there. Become someone who consistently solves high-value problems. When your work moves the needle, when it creates measurable improvement, your value rises exponentially. Consistency is crucial. A single achievement can make people notice you, but consistent results make people trust you. Reliability and predictability in producing outcomes are what create long-term influence. The world doesn't just want flashes of brilliance. They want dependability, someone who can be counted on to perform time and time again. Building a reputation for delivering results is one of the fastest ways to become indispensable in any field. Equally important is measuring your results accurately. Numbers, metrics, and feedback are not just administrative tools. They are indicators of your value. If you can demonstrate exactly how your actions contributed to growth, profit, efficiency, or success, you communicate your worth in a language that everyone understands. Results speak louder than promises, intentions, or effort. The more clearly you can show the tangible difference you make, the more the world will recognize your value. Another element is efficiency. Delivering results is not just about effort. It's about smart effort. You must learn to prioritize, delegate, and leverage your time and resources effectively. Focus on high-impact activities, eliminate unnecessary tasks, and invest your energy where it produces the greatest returns. Being busy without strategic focus might make you tired, but it won't make you valuable. True value comes from achieving more with less wasted effort, from producing outcomes that others cannot match. Finally, take ownership of your results. The world values people who take responsibility for outcomes, who don't make excuses, and who act decisively to correct mistakes and improve performance. Effort without accountability has little value. When you own your results, you not only demonstrate competence, but also character. People will trust you with bigger opportunities, greater responsibility, and more influence because they know you produce what matters consistently and reliably. Delivering results is the bridge between potential and recognition. Skills, knowledge, and effort are all useless unless they are applied in a way that creates tangible impact. If you want the world to notice you, focus relentlessly on outcomes. Solve problems that matter. Produce measurable impact, and do so consistently with accountability and efficiency. When you do this, you move beyond being someone who is merely present. You become someone who is indispensable. The world begins to seek you out, doors open, opportunities multiply, and your value becomes undeniable. If you want to become so valuable that the world cannot ignore you, one principle stands above all others. Invest relentlessly in yourself. Your mind, your skills, your knowledge, and your personal growth are the most important assets you will ever own. No one can take them from you, and the returns on these investments compound over time, creating opportunities, influence, and wealth that money alone cannot buy. Many people spend their lives investing in the wrong things, luxuries, entertainment, or temporary pleasures, while neglecting the one thing that has the power to change everything themselves. Your education, your abilities, and your mindset are the foundation of your value. The more you improve in these areas, the more you position yourself as someone who cannot be ignored. The market always rewards those who are rare, skilled, and continuously growing. Investing in yourself is not just about acquiring knowledge. It is about intentional growth in every area of your life. Read books that challenge your thinking. Seek mentors who have achieved what you want to achieve. Attend seminars, workshops, and courses that refine your skills and broaden your perspective. Practice relentlessly until your abilities reach a level few others can match. When you commit to growth every day, you are creating a future where opportunities naturally gravitate toward you. It's not enough to consume knowledge, you must apply it. True investment comes from action. As you learn new strategies, techniques, and principles, implement them in your work, your relationships, and your personal projects. Experience is the catalyst that turns knowledge into value. Every lesson you apply, every skill you practice, every habit you improve makes you more capable, more confident, and more influential. The world notices those who consistently take what they learn and turn it into results. Another key aspect of investing in yourself is cultivating your mindset. Your mental approach to life challenges and opportunities is what determines your ability to leverage your skills and knowledge. A strong mindset keeps you persistent in the face of failure, focused amid distractions, and courageous when taking bold action. The more resilient, disciplined, and positive your mind becomes, the more unstoppable you will be. People are drawn to those who think clearly, act decisively, and handle challenges with composure. Time is one of the most valuable currencies for self-investment. Every hour you spend learning, practicing, and improving compounds into exponential growth. Don't waste it on mindless activities or settling for mediocrity. Prioritize what strengthens you, what challenges you, and what prepares you for opportunities others cannot reach. The difference between those who succeed and those who are overlooked often comes down to how wisely they use their time to build themselves. Finally, understand that self-investment is a lifelong process. There is no finish line. The world is changing rapidly, and the skills and knowledge that make you valuable today may need to evolve tomorrow. Commit to continuous growth, never settle for complacency, and always look for ways to increase your capability, confidence, and influence. The more you grow, the more doors open, the more people recognize your value, and the more opportunities you attract without having to chase them. Investing in yourself is not optional if you want to become irreplaceable. Every book, every lesson, every skill, every hour spent sharpening your mind and abilities is a seed that grows into influence, recognition, and opportunity. The more you invest in becoming exceptional, the more the world is compelled to take notice. When you make yourself invaluable, opportunities no longer have to find you. You naturally attract them. If you want to become so valuable that the world cannot ignore you, one of the most overlooked yet powerful assets you can develop is trust. Skills, knowledge, and results are all important, but without trust and integrity, they lose much of their impact. People naturally gravitate toward those they can rely on, those whose word is their bond, and those whose character consistently aligns with their actions. To be truly irreplaceable, You must build a reputation for integrity and reliability that makes people feel confident in depending on you. Trust is earned, not given. Every interaction, every decision, and every promise you make either strengthens or weakens it. Showing up consistently, delivering on your commitments, and being transparent in your actions sends a clear message. You are someone who can be counted on. Conversely, even a single breach of trust can take years to repair, if it can be repaired at all. The world notices when someone can be relied upon, and those who consistently act with integrity become magnets for opportunity. Integrity goes beyond just keeping promises. It is about aligning your words with your actions, making ethical decisions even when no one is watching, and holding yourself accountable for your choices. People are drawn to those who operate from a place of honesty, fairness, and moral clarity. They trust them with responsibility, authority, and influence because they know these individuals will act correctly even under pressure. This is what makes trust one of the most valuable commodities in life and business. Consistency amplifies trust. It is not enough to act ethically or responsibly once or twice. The world demands reliability over time. Being consistent in your behavior, decisions, and communication demonstrates that you are dependable. This predictability allows people to make decisions knowing that they can count on you to deliver. The more consistent you are, the more confidence others have in your abilities, judgment, and character. And the more confidence they have, the more opportunities they will present to you. Another critical aspect of trust and integrity is transparency. People are drawn to those who are clear about their intentions, honest about their limitations, and open about their processes. Transparency fosters credibility because it removes doubt and uncertainty. When others see that you are straightforward and accountable, they are more likely to involve you in high-stakes decisions, partnerships, and projects. Your reputation as someone trustworthy becomes a powerful differentiator that sets you apart from the crowd. Building trust also requires courage. It is not always easy to act with integrity, especially when cutting corners or compromising might bring short-term gains. Choosing the harder right over the easier wrong builds a foundation of character that cannot be ignored. Those who take this path earn respect that lasts far longer than any fleeting success achieved through shortcuts or deception. People are naturally drawn to those who operate with courage, authenticity, and unwavering principles. Finally, understand that trust and integrity compound over time. Every ethical choice, every commitment fulfilled, and every transparent action adds to a growing reputation that precedes you. Once people recognize that your word can be relied upon, your presence alone generates respect, influence, and opportunity. In a world where many are inconsistent, unreliable, or untrustworthy, being a person of integrity makes you rare, valuable, and impossible to overlook. When you combine competence with character, skill with reliability, and knowledge with honesty, you create a personal brand that the world cannot ignore. People want to work with you, collaborate with you, and follow your lead because they know your value is not only in what you can do, but also in who you are. Trust and integrity are not just moral choices. They are strategic tools for becoming indispensable. By building them deliberately and consistently, you position yourself as someone the world seeks out, respects deeply, and cannot replace. If you want to become so valuable that the world cannot ignore you, you must understand that action is the bridge between potential and recognition. Knowledge, skills, and strategy are important, but without action, they remain invisible and ineffective. Too many people wait for the perfect moment, for conditions to align, or for others to give them permission. The truth is, the world rewards those who step forward, take risks, and act decisively even when uncertainty exists. Bold action separates the extraordinary from the ordinary, the noticed from the ignored, and the successful from the stalled. Bold action begins with courage. It requires a willingness to face fear, doubt, and the possibility of failure. Most people avoid action because they are afraid of being wrong, embarrassed, or criticized. But growth, recognition, and value are never built in comfort zones. The world notices those who are willing to act despite uncertainty, who are willing to take responsibility for outcomes, and who are willing to push past the fear that keeps others stagnant. Courage in action creates momentum, and momentum attracts opportunities. Decisiveness is another critical component. Bold action is not just about moving, it is about moving with clarity and purpose. Hesitation and overthinking delay results and dilute your impact. When you make confident, informed decisions and follow through without unnecessary delay, you demonstrate leadership, reliability, and competence. People naturally gravitate toward those who act decisively because they bring clarity and direction in a world full of indecision and noise. Your ability to move swiftly and purposefully becomes a signature of your value. Action without consistency is incomplete. Taking bold steps once in a while is impressive. But true influence and recognition come from sustained action over time, consistently showing up, delivering results, and taking initiative signals to the world that you are serious, dependable, and unstoppable. Every bold action compounds, building credibility, experience, and trust. Opportunities begin to flow toward those who repeatedly demonstrate the ability to execute, solve problems, and move forward when others hesitate. Another key principle is taking calculated risks. Bold action does not mean reckless action. It means evaluating possibilities, weighing consequences, and then committing fully to a course of action. People who become truly valuable understand risk and reward. They do not shy away from challenges or opportunities because of fear. They assess, prepare, and then move boldly. By doing so, they position themselves to seize high-value opportunities that others overlook or avoid. Proactivity is an essential aspect of taking bold action. The world does not always reward passivity or waiting. Opportunities favor those who seek them, create them, and act before they are asked. When you consistently take initiative, step into responsibility, and tackle challenges without waiting for direction, you demonstrate value that cannot be ignored. People want collaborators, leaders, and problem solvers who act decisively and create results independently. Finally, embrace failure as part of action. Bold moves may not always succeed immediately, but each attempt teaches lessons, builds resilience, and sharpens skill. Those who avoid action to escape failure miss the opportunity to grow, gain experience, and prove their value. True value is built through repeated, courageous attempts, learning from mistakes, and refining approaches until results are achieved. The world notices those who persist, adapt, and refuse to be paralyzed by fear. Taking bold action transforms potential into influence. It transforms knowledge into impact, skills into opportunities, and intention into reality. The more you act decisively, courageously, and consistently, the more you position yourself as someone the world cannot ignore. Action amplifies every other attribute you possess, your skills, your integrity, your mindset, and converts them into tangible recognition, influence, and results. By committing to bold action, you step out of the shadows of mediocrity and into the spotlight of value and opportunity. If you want to become so valuable that the world cannot ignore you, your focus must be on solving problems that truly matter. Value is created when you address challenges that affect people's lives, businesses, or communities in meaningful ways. Anyone can perform tasks or offer services, but those who identify critical problems and provide solutions that make a tangible difference rise above the rest. The world naturally gravitates toward people who can make life easier, better, or more profitable, and your ability to do that determines how indispensable you become. To solve problems that matter, you first need clarity. Many people try to help in ways that are superficial, unstructured, or misaligned with what is actually needed. Take the time to observe, listen, and understand the challenges that others face. Identify the gaps, the frustrations, and the obstacles that people experience repeatedly. The more accurately you can define a problem, the more effectively you can create a solution that others cannot ignore. Solving trivial issues may get you temporary recognition, but solving meaningful problems earns lasting respect and influence. Once you identify the problem, focus on creating solutions that deliver real impact. It is not enough to have ideas or good intentions. People want results. Your solution must address the root cause, provide measurable benefits, and make a noticeable difference. The more significant the problem you solve, the greater the value you provide. People will seek you out, trust you, and rely on your expertise because you have demonstrated that your skills and knowledge create meaningful outcomes. Innovation and creativity play a major role in solving problems that matter. Routine solutions can only take you so far. To truly stand out, you need to approach challenges in ways others have not considered. Think differently, experiment, and be willing to break conventional patterns. Those who innovate solve problems in ways that are unique, effective, and memorable. The world is drawn to people who can think outside the box and deliver results that others cannot replicate. Another critical principle is empathy. Understanding the experiences, desires, and pain points of those you aim to help allows you to craft solutions that resonate deeply. When people feel that you truly understand their situation and are committed to helping them succeed, your value multiplies. Empathy turns a solution into an experience that builds trust, loyalty, and long-term influence. The problems you solve are not just technical, they are human, emotional, and impactful, and addressing them creates profound recognition of your worth. Execution is essential. Identifying and designing solutions is only part of the journey. You must implement them effectively, follow through with persistence, and ensure that the outcomes are achieved. Many people have ideas but fail to execute. Those who take the initiative to see solutions through, adapt when challenges arise, and consistently deliver results are the ones who become indispensable. Execution transforms potential value into actual, tangible impact that the world cannot ignore. Finally, scale your solutions to amplify your value. Solving problems for a few people is meaningful, but solving problems at a larger scale demonstrates influence, capability, and leadership. The more lives, businesses, or communities your solutions positively affect, the more powerful your presence becomes. When you consistently address high-value challenges, your reputation grows, opportunities multiply, and your value becomes undeniable. Solving problems that matter is the ultimate expression of your worth. It combines skill, creativity, empathy, and action into outcomes that change situations, improve lives, and create recognition. The more meaningful the challenges you tackle, the more indispensable you become. The world naturally seeks out those who provide solutions that others cannot, who deliver impact that cannot be ignored, and who consistently transform problems into opportunities. By dedicating yourself to solving the problems that truly matter, you position yourself as someone the world cannot ignore, someone whose presence, ideas, and results are invaluable and unforgettable. Your value is your power, and the world will notice only what you create, deliver, and act upon. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for luck. Start building, start acting, and start solving. Become the person who cannot be ignored, and watch how doors, opportunities, and success find you. The world is ready for someone like you. Make sure that someone is you.